extras. In this video I'm just going to show you the tree feature, and in particular trees with work paths in Photoshop CC 2014. Now, unlike some of my earlier videos where I normally just go through all the various steps, this one I'm just going to show you the end examples, because one trouble with the tree feature, it's really quite slow, and it's not that slow, but it's certainly slow when it comes to a video tutorial, and anything more than a very small, you certainly can go have a cup of tea and while it processes it, but the results are really good, so that's the key thing. Now this example, and I'm just showing you an example with a standard path. I'm just going to go over to the path, just use the pen tool, so you just basically click there just to create a W. You'll see over here you've got the pass window, pass. So that's the W design there, and all you have to do is just make it follow that path, this tree design. You can just go to the edit and just quickly show the dialogue. That's the thing, but you can use it with any path, so it's not just obviously a W or anything, a zigzag design. You can use custom shape paths, a whole range of different paths to create some interesting things. So this design here just follows, I don't think it was that tree actually I used that one, it was probably, there's a whole range of different trees, and I think that was the redwood, looks like a redwood, and you can just basically follows that path. You can change various things like light direction, camera tilt, but you could of course just apply it without the path and it will just apply that image, which is perfectly reasonable, quite nice. But I'm not going to apply it because, like I say, click OK. It could take about 5 minutes just to generate that design, and it's only a 400 by 400 image. Right, next thing to do, I'm just going to quickly show you text. You can actually use it with text, and you can actually apply the same tree design to all of the paths. So if you actually create a work path here of this, you can then, and basically just go over here, type text, and then go over to here, and you can, sorry, just over here I should say, type, and I'll just quickly show you, much easier to show it to you. So just get rid of that, don't want to do that, just type text, much easier, just go type and then create work path, and you will see the work path appear over here. Now you can actually then apply the tree design to that, so you just go over here, edit, and the fill command. Now you notice you can't actually do it there, you actually have to go to the background layer and then you can use that work path. So edit, and the fill is available then, so fill and the tree option. But, and I'm going to get rid of that one because I don't want to create it to that one. You can actually create individual trees to each of these texts. So what you have to do is just type T and then go back to the, so go over here and I can go say, don't want that selected. Okay, it always does that, has a tendency to, so you can set T and then click OK, then just move it over slightly so it doesn't select it again, and then E, select it. So you've got individual characters, work path for that particular type. And again, same problem, if you've got the work path and you've got it on a layer, you can't use the fill, so you actually have to go to the background. When you're at the background, then you can go to that work path, select, as long as you've got that selected, that work path, and then run with the edit, fill and pattern again. So you can create individual, just go through those various steps and you can create the T. So I'm just going to show you for the last one, so I'm just getting rid of those earlier ones I've just created. So I've actually done all those previously, and I've got the final T over here, so that's selected. Just go over here, type, create work path. So I've got that work path. Now I can't run the fill. If you go over here again, you can't run that, so you have to go to the background. Now you can go to edit and fill, tree again, select the tree, click OK, and it will come up with a dialogue, and of course you can select a different tree. You don't have to actually go for that one, you can go for maybe willow, elm tree, etc., and then you just run that with the various settings. Obviously you can also modify arrangement, you can get different variant trees, as well as, like I say, modify over here the light direction. So I'm not going to do that because it does take a bit of time to process it. Click OK then, and then I'm just going to cancel. And so you'd get another tree added there. Okay, so that's another example. Like I say, you can use it with custom shapes, similar sort of approach. And you can also go over here, and I've got an image. You can do the same with images. So, but in this case, it's actually, I've used the freeform pen. So just basically go over here, freeform pen, just, and you can see it here, I can actually just draw with the freeform pen. I followed the contours of the face all the way around to create a work path. Again over here, you can see the work path with this pass, and then just go over here, edit and fill, and do the, and obviously you could, at this point I could select tree, another tree, and it will actually just add this tree design. Or obviously if I've selected a different tree, I could add another tree to that face. And of course, the more complicated, if you want to, you can of course create sort of maybe shaded patterns, whatever, to create some more interesting work paths than maybe just following the contour. You can maybe focus maybe around the eyes, or maybe turn the whole of the hair into sort of like a tree design just by following the contours of the hair, using this basically work path here, and just add that and then run the edit and fill command. Anyway, hope you found this quick tutorial slightly different from my usual tutorials where I actually show the steps, but I say the tree unfortunately is not one of the quickest of features, and it does take a bit of time to process. It might actually take longer than the video, maybe 5, 6, 7 minutes to actually process. Hope you found this of interest.